Hello everyone. Welcome to Minecraft. Like legitimate normal Minecraft. So yeah, this is this is finally Minecraft. You know, I've been wanting to do a long time, like, survival world. You know, here on Java. I've just never really had the ability to. Until now, really. So, I figure this is a good place to start. You know. We were doing, you know, the Bedrock edition, where we were, you know, playing through. That was also meant to be a long-term survival world. But I always said that, you know, whenever I got a good computer, I would like to move away from Bedrock and back to Java. So I figured it's a good time to do that, you know? Move away from the Bedrock edition, you know, over to the Java edition. It does obviously mean we don't have any of those add-ons. It also, of course, means that since this is vanilla, sadly there are no mods. You know, there's no tree capitator or 3x3 mining or, you know, really any of that stuff that we had in, like, the Bedrock edition. You know, with the add-ons that we had. But it's okay, you know? I'm okay with not having Tetris blocks falling. I'm okay with not having some of the more quality of life mods that Mojang refuses to consider. I mean, listen, you know, when you make a game, you have your own view of what the game should be like and how difficult it should be and how it should play and so on. And Mojang has that view. It is, after all, their game. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you look at a lot of the, like, add-ons that have been released on, you know, the marketplace. You look at a lot of the mods that have been released, you know, for Java edition. and you just kind of realize, like, there are things that people feel like that the game needs, you know, that players who play the game feel like they can't go without, you know. A storage system of some kind. Or freaking mini-maps, waypoints, you know. And these are just some examples of things. I'm just saying, like, you look at what is generally, like, being wanted, and, you know, when you've got as many people playing Minecraft as Mojang does, it's just surprising when the companies, when companies look at stuff like that and then they just go, eh. So, let's see. Start by making a crafting table. I feel like the GUI is really small. I mean, that's what I usually set it to, is 2. But I mean, I do have, like, a new computer here. Like, I do have, you know, a new computer here. And so I'm really not used to this whole 1920 by 1080 you know, screen. And so that's definitely just kind of like, you know, I set everything to the normal settings that I would normally have had, and I'm just like, oh, that doesn't work on this new computer because freaking the resolution is so much higher. You know? Stone pickaxe. Don't really need this copper right now, but I'm gonna grab it since I'm right here. And I'm gonna actually make an axe as well. But yeah, I mean, you know, say what you will about Mojang's ability to, you know, listen or not listen to the community, you know, however you kind of view it. But I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that I wish Mojang would at least consider. That's all. You know, like that's it. That really is it. It's just, I don't know, there's some things that I would love to see them add as just base aspects of Minecraft. And I mean, we'll see, you know? Like, as Minecraft advances, I mean, they're doing the whole drops thing now. And they kind of have been adding some of those, like community, like, wants through the drops, you know? Kind of. I mean, you know, we got new wood. Which is what it is. You know, the freaking what's it called? The Pale Garden. You know, that's the thing that's not at all a garden. It is getting dark. So I should make some charcoal. So that I can make some torches. So that it's not dark when night comes. Not too dark, at least, you know? This is something that I see, like, so few people do. Make, like, charcoal and then make torches. And I understand it. I mean, I was trying pretty hard to get as much like, yeah, I was trying pretty hard to find coal, so I didn't need to do that. But, like, I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. I'm not entirely even sure what I'm trying to say. Like, once I realized, like, oh, I need a, like, I'm gonna just need to get torches. It was like, alright, time to just go ahead and make up some charcoal. I probably wouldn't have had I known that there was coal right here. But it's fine because I still got torches. You know? I don't know. I am one of those people that advocates for, you know, lighting everything up around you. And maybe that's just like, I don't know, maybe that's why people don't watch a lot of my videos. Because I'm not frantic YouTuber getting killed by 1,000 mobs. You know. But, like, I don't know. I don't know, I just like to play efficiently, I guess. You know? It's like, supermarket simulator. You know? I think about how I play it versus like how I've watched almost any other YouTuber play through it. And like my runs of my supermarket simulator, I load the game up. I make sure that everything is really well stocked before the day starts. You know? I make sure that everything's put away. I make sure that my restockers are ready to do the daily restocking instead of needing to try to do other things. And then the day's not frantic and I can just play the game. You know? I don't know. Maybe that's boring. Like, I could see that being, you know, boring to watch. It's like, yeah, but now, you know, you don't have as many things, you know, wacky hijinks that happen. And, like, hilarious goofs and gaffs and, you know, all kinds of goofs and... But it is what it is. Like, it's also just a different, you know, it's a different play style. You know, I'm always ensuring that I have a good pickaxe on me. Always ensuring that I have light. I like to grab all the coal that I can. Because you can never have enough coal. Like, let's just be honest. Like, you just can never have enough coal. I mean, it's also a good thing that, you know, Steve doesn't get freaking black lung for mining the coal. Could you imagine? Minecraft is now more realistic. And you now get black lung from mining coal. And like at first the effects aren't really noticeable. But like slowly the effects become worse and worse as you go. Obviously, such things are not something that Mojang is ever going to add. I'm just saying, like, could you imagine if they did? Anyway, yeah, just, you know, doing the digging here. Looking for some iron. I don't even know, like, where I'm at, if I could be honest. Whoops. Oh boy, I'm only at 41. I didn't realize that we were like not even really that deep. But yeah, I mean, again, like what fans want for Minecraft and what, you know, Mojang wants / is canon in the Minecraft universe. Like, they're always going to be different things. You know, players want guns in Minecraft. It'll never happen. Not as like a base thing. I'd love to see like magic. But maybe, you know, maybe an Astral Sorcery, Britannia, Ars Nouveau, you know, style magic just isn't canon in the Minecraft universe. I mean, you've got the evokers that have a little bit of magic, but it's not like they're out casting, you know, magic missiles and stuff. You know, there's no D&D style. You know, they don't have like D&D style magic. Is what I'm trying to get at. So like maybe that's just not, you know, canon in the Minecraft universe, and that's totally fine. So there definitely needs to be an improvement to the enchanting system, though. I don't know that I would say we need like an apotheosis style like change with like Quanta and Arcana and all of that. But I think maybe an upgrade from, you know, the purely random, like, good luck getting anything good, like, current style, is something that really does need to be done. Craft a table. I actually have no more sticks, okay? I mean, that makes sense. I suppose I think I did spend a lot of them on, like, I made torches with the sticks that I had, you know? Like I just did. So, wow! I had one more durability left. Wow! That was 2 iron. Really? That was it? I'm gonna dig around here just a little bit more. Nothing. That was legit. That was it. It was 2 iron. 19. I do think there are some things that Bedrock has that should really be brought over to the Java edition. Show coordinates, for example. Having to open the debug menu is just really annoying. Just to know, like, where the heck I'm at. Oop, deep slate. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go down to y equals 5 here. That should be good. And then what we'll do is we'll make some stairs. This is nowhere near enough stairs to get me all the way back up. But it is what it is. Whee! And this is why I dig the way that I do. Because the way that I do the dig there gets you a nice like non-head hitting, you know, stairway basically. So that said, I guess we'll just kind of start down here at this level. And we'll just kind of start digging around. You know, try to find something down here at this level. You know, iron preferably. Iron would be nice. It does look like we have some coal here. Or is that just deep slate? I think that's just deep slate. Is it deep slate coal? Or do they just... No, I think that's just deep slate. I'm like I was like staring at it going, I don't know, like that block doesn't look like normal deep slate to me. But I think it was. I really don't like strip mining all that much. But I don't know what else to do. Like, I'm just not finding anything. Goodness. It's certainly not the most pleasant of, you know, noises for me to be making. You know? Ooh. There we go. There's some iron. I mean, I'm gonna want a lot more iron than this before I go, you know, using like an iron pickaxe regularly for mining. But at least it's something. Ooh, cave? Hi! I mean, this is good, technically. A cave is welcome. It's certainly easier to explore. I'm just trying to get up. I have considered the idea of looking into some kind of shaders or something, since I have like a really beefy computer now. But also, like, that does require modding the game. And I know there's a lot of like fabric, like shaders and things that are out there, that are probably, you know, pretty decent. But if the idea is for this to be like a long-term survival, the less mods we have, like, the better, you know? So, did I not mob griefing is true? I thought I turned that off, but I guess not. When I got down here and there were blocks, I was like, wait a minute, that creeper actually like blew some stuff up. That's not good. We don't want mob griefing. Mob griefing is bad. You know? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. That is the entirety of this cave. I'm not even sure if it's a cave or if it's more like a... I don't really want to say a ravine, but like a chasm. Like, there's an internal name for that I don't remember what is. Like, Mojang has their own, like, internal name for that feature. And it's not ravine. It's something else. Well, drat. Okay, well, that's that. That's what there is. So, I mean, I could keep going that way. Or I guess I could go this way. And see what we can find. I just don't like leaving blocks behind. Also, the frick was that sound? It was probably just, you know, spooky cave noise, but I don't think I've ever, like, heard that noise. And this is why I do that anyway. 4, 5. I was doing that completely wrong. Oops. Cobblestone. And yeah, I'm still making freaking, you know, stone pickaxes. I don't really have a lot of iron, so I don't really want to use it for, you know, just mining, you know, rando block, you know. Because, like, what if I run out of iron? You know? Like, I really prefer not to just run out of iron, you know? If I run out of iron, then I have to go back to stone anyway. And just make it easier on myself by not getting too, you know, excited for the big iron upgrade. Especially when we need, like, armor and stuff, you know? Like, armor would be a better thing to start making. As a, you know, armor, a sword, stuff like that. It'd be better to start with that. Didn't figure there'd be anything behind all that gravel, but you never know. It gets me flint. And flint is good. Oh. Mini cave. Oh. Hang on. Not so mini cave now. Ooh, lush cave. Cool. And here's another, like, good example, though. Like, okay, so here's this gold. Like, if I had gone through, like, a bunch of iron pickaxes, you know, maybe I wouldn't have the iron to mine that gold. I mean, I don't have the iron to mine the gold at the moment to begin with. But it's fine. Isn't it iron pick? I really don't get it. Like, I assume it's supposed to be a joke of some kind. But I don't get it at all. Wood, coal, these are things that are always good to carry with us. Take a little extra in the way of food. Just going to perform the widening so that it's a little more clear to future me that there's, you know, stuff down this way. And I will BRB one sec. Alright, I'm back. I have a fairly major medical procedure tomorrow. As of time of recording this, it might even be the day this goes up. You might be watching this the day that I have that procedure. Depending on if I, like, post this immediately or not. Or, well, not post, but upload. Because I would upload it and then, you know, set it to go live the next day kind of thing. So, but yeah, I have a pretty major, like, procedure, and it's requiring me to do a lot of extra stuff, you know, I have to take, like, specific kinds of, like, medications and stuff for a couple of days. So that my body is ready for the procedure itself. And I heard an Enderman just now. I mean, I wonder if there's, like, cave above this. Because, I mean, yeah, there, you know, this is a lush cave, but usually the lush caves are bigger than this. Like, this is a pretty small, like, cave, you know? Like, there's usually a lot more to these. Usually. I mean, I don't know if something like this can be the entirety of the cave. It very well could be. And if so, then, I mean, you know, that's it. Like, this is the cave. There might be more either above or below. So we'll explore that a little bit. But yeah, the medications and things that they're running me through here, have my system all gunked up. Not gunked up, but like, I don't know how to say it without just straight up saying it, and I think people would probably prefer I didn't directly say it due to it being kinda gross. Like really gross. So I won't. But yeah. So I had to, you know, I had to pause to deal with something in regards to that. I don't think this is going to be like an overly long pre-record. I mean, you've probably already seen the length of the video. But, oh, hang on a moment. Sorry about that. I got a phone call, so I had to answer that. Whoops. I didn't reset my avatar before unpausing there. Kind of hoping that maybe if I dig up a little, there'll be something up here, but I'm a little concerned about the fact that it's all clay here. And freaking clay. Like, you get 4 clay balls for every block that you break, so it's like, on one hand, I get back the clay that I dug. On the other hand, like, unless I combine it into a block, you know, it's like super annoying. So, like, it just becomes annoying to, like, gather and, like, store in my inventory. So. But yeah, as I was saying prior to the phone call, like, I mean, you already know how long the episode is, I suppose. I don't. But I'm not anticipating this to be some like 4-hour thing. I'm really only expecting to go for, you know, an hour and a half or so. I know I've talked about it before, but it's always a funny concept to me that, like, you as the viewer, just, like, looking at the video before, like, even watching it, you know? You already know more about the episode than I do, like, having recorded, you know? or prior to having recorded, or whatever you want to call it. You know how long the episode is. I don't. Like, based off of, say, what, like, the thumbnail is, Like, you probably know some stuff about, like, what happens in the episode. I never got any jungle saplings. That's unfortunate. I do really wish that there was some kind of storage system, though, in just, like, base Minecraft. Because it's, like, even if it was something akin to, like, simple storage, or, like, storage drawers. I forgot what I was trying to make there for a second. Something like that would be just really nice to have. Cause, like, yeah, it is chests. You're sitting here, just storing stuff in chests, but, like, I feel like there should be some way to make it so that you can organize easily and, like, know where things are. So, that's why, like I said, maybe even if it's just something like a simple storage system. Something where it's like, chests can connect together, and then because they connect together, like, you can open up, like, an interface somewhere, Or something Ars Nouveau-esque, even, with, like, the bookworms, or whatever. I forget what they're called. But, like, where, what is it? In Ars Nouveau, there's, like, the little, like, dragon things, like, familiars that you can summon that, like, travel between lecterns and, like, chests and storage and stuff. And they're able to, like, detect where things are, and you can, like, ask them, you could be like, hey, grab me this thing, and, like, I think that would be really cool. Like, I think that might even fit better than, like, an actual storage system, But I don't know. I guess we'll see if Minecraft ever does anything with that. Like, that's sort of the issue that Minecraft has. And I keep talking about it, The inventory problem. I'm like, yes, the inventory problem. Like, there's many ways of fixing the inventory problem. It's just that Mojang doesn't seem to want to do any of them, Like, you don't have to create this, like, refined storage type thing. Just make a freaking... Make mobs that can handle storage, Freaking... That's what we thought the alley was supposed to be. It was like the ally can, you know, go get you the things that you want and what. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then they're like really garbage trash at even what they're supposed to do, you know? I was just like, come on, Mojang. I wouldn't think that it would be that hard. I get that they are very wary of, you know, looking at a mod and being like, hey, let's add something like that. Because you know that Mojang, that Minecraft is a big enough property that if any of these like mods were to be added into Minecraft, even like slightly, you know, even if there was something that was not that mod at all, but resembled a mod, like, you know that there's going to be fans out there trying to be like, oh, I can get a part of Minecraft, you know? It's like, I'll just sue them and I can, like, have Minecraft. But, like, at the same time, I don't know, like, there's a point, you know? Where you just gotta be like, okay, you know, this is what we're doing. And just go from there. It doesn't, I don't know. I'm not, again, one, I'm, and I, people, you know, I don't know, so far every time I've said this, there hasn't been like any real adverse reaction to it. But like, I really dislike the concept of copyright. Mostly just it gets abused, you know? And I mean, yeah, technically that's true for just about anything, you know. There's it, no matter what you do, you know, it could be abused in some way. And, you know, people do want to be able to own the things that they, you know, own, that they've made. But at the same time, it's just like, you look out there and like you've got, like, outside of just, let's say, video games and movies and such, you know, you've got people that are, you know, trademarking, copywriting, whatever term you want to use, like medications. And it's like, oh, well, nobody else can make this medication but us. And it's like, okay, so you're preventing people from getting, like, some kind of good, trying to think of like the, you know, it's like, you know, such and such a person needs this like life-changing like medication, but the only people who offer such medication because of copyright, because copyright, are like these snobs that are just like, nah, you gotta pay us, $100 for the one thing, even though it only takes freaking $10 to produce the medication, because we want all that profit, And, like, just that is already problematic, It's like, something like that, I feel like just shouldn't even be allowed to be copyrighted. But, like, at the same time, like, you copyright a video game mechanic, you copyright a freaking, a code for a mod, so that, well, see, but now Minecraft itself can't add that because, somebody has the rights to that idea, that concept, Mojang can't add a storage system because refined storage and I'm not saying like that, the mods themselves are doing it. I'm saying like because the copyright exists, right? Oh, Zemb. Frickin' heck. Got him. More cave down this way, so that's cool. I see the gravel particles. Java regeneration. Oh, hey. This all connects. Interesting. God, that's the one thing I really hated about being on Bedrock is freaking that slow as molasses regeneration. Well, that's how the game used to be. Yeah, and then they changed it for the better. I understand the controversy around the actual, like, slower combat. So just don't add the slower combat. Like, Mojang needs to realize that when they add something, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. They can add the good parts. Quicker regeneration. Freaking... freaking Bedrock. The part of why there is no quicker regeneration in Bedrock is that there apparently just is not even saturation. Like, there is a saturation effect that occurs, but it's entirely tied to your hunger as opposed to being a separate value. And like, if you give yourself saturation on Bedrock, it will fill up your hunger bar and then it will immediately go away. Ooh, sorry. Because saturation is tied to the hunger bar, not to the actual saturation mechanic. Because there is no actual saturation mechanic. in the Bedrock version. My stone pick is getting low on durability. I should have built another stone pick while we were back there. I just didn't. So. But yeah, like it's... I know that I, like, change subjects a lot. And, like, I'll be talking about one thing, I'll go to something else, and then 10 minutes later, I'm like, let's go back to the original topic, you know? But that's just the way my brain works. And I don't know, my brain is still thinking about the whole copyright thing, so... Like, I don't know, I don't know, I just dislike it as a concept. Like, there's got to be a way for people to, like, own the things that they own, you know? To create something and be like, look at the thing I made. Without, like, hindering other people. You know? So, and to be clear, I do mean, you know, people. I don't mean giant freaking conglomerates that want to use freaking robots for everything. You know? Freaking all this crap with AI. AI art? You mean computer generated imagery? It's not. First off, it's not art. Because art is something that humans do. What if, like, we met an alien race? You know? Like... You know, you always see, like, a lot of these, like, sci-fi shows. And the aliens are still really kind of, like, human in, like, what they do and, like, how they believe and how they act. But what if, like, we just met an alien race and they were just like, your race still does such and such, you know, something that, like, we as humans are, like, adamant, like, you know, this is right, this is wrong. And we were to meet this alien race that just like came down and met us and was just like, yo, why you, like, fighting over this? Like, what is wrong with you? You know, like, what is wrong with your species that you are fighting over this thing? You know, like, oh, our race solved that, you know, thousands of years ago. Because, like, all you gotta do is just, you know, do this thing. Like, that would be hilarious to me. It's like, we have all these views of, like, morality. It's like, this is right and this is wrong and yada, you know. And then we get an alien race that comes down and is just like, yo, what the frick? You know? It's like, nah. Bro. Like, what the frick, dude? Like, what? Like, why are you all fighting over this thing? Like, the answer's pretty obvious, you know? Like, you know, you look at, like, let's say Star Trek, and there's just this idea of, like, you know, in the future, there really isn't, like, money, you know? Nobody really ever has to worry about, you know, finances and money. And so it's like, here we are, you know, fighting over resources and, like, struggling to, like, live because we're bound by, you know, money. And it's like, this alien race just comes down and is like, what? You mean you don't just, you know, you have this thing called money? What's that about? You know? What do you mean, you know, people aren't just allowed to have what they need? Like, I think about, and no, you know, no shade on any, like, sci-fi stuff. But I always think about stuff like, let's say, Babylon 5. Or, like, Star Wars. Or not. Yes. Star Wars. I said Star Wars and immediately thought Star Trek. So, but like Star Wars, you know, it's like, you know, yeah, Imperial credits and all that. I'm going, a truly, like, galaxy spanning race for, like, you know, an empire or democracy or anything is probably not gonna use any form of currency, you know? Like, I don't even want to, like, think about the logistics of, like, how do you have one currency for the entire Milky Way galaxy, you know? Freaking billions of stars, hundreds of planets, you know, all kinds of different races, you know. Like, I don't even want to think about the, like, true logistics of what that would entail. But, like, that's what I mean, you know? It's like, you know, all of these, like, sci-fi things always have, like, everything running akin to the modern world. And it's like, well, but if we were that advanced, like, would we really still, like, do any of the stuff, you know, have any of the systems we have nowadays? And I understand that some of it, right, is like, well, this is, you know, the world that we live in. You know, how do you tell a relatable story when, you know, you don't have anything relatable, you know, if our current circumstances, right? But, like, isn't that what Star Trek did? You know? Like, Star Trek didn't have money. You know? Jean-Luc Picard makes a big deal out of that in, like, one of the movies. I don't remember which one. I think it was First Contact, where he's, like, talking to somebody from you know, the 22nd century or wherever it was that they ended up going, because it went into the past. And it was like, you know, the girl's like, how much did this thing cost? And Jean-Luc's like, yeah, we don't have money. You know, we have moved past the, like, need for personal possession and, you know, I don't remember the exact line. Obviously, it's been way too long since I watched First Contact. You know? And, like, a lot of, like, Trekkies that I talk to, like, talk about the idea that Next Gen was one of, if not the, like, best Star Trek. I'm gonna die! I would have died so long ago if this was Bedrock Edition. Because freaking Bedrock regeneration. Is just like so abysmal. Got him. I really need a better food than melons. But I haven't anything better. I need freaking, like, potatoes or carrots or something. Potatoes would definitely be, like, the best out of those two, if it were those two specifically. You know, potatoes or carrots. But yeah, it's... like, you know, I don't know. I guess I've always, like, thought about, you know, the concept of, like, you know, what is... You know, what would a future civilization be like, you know? And sure, it's kind of impossible for us to, like, truly know. We can make educated guesses, you know? Like, okay, it stands to reason that in the future, if we were to be able to expand out into the world, you know, well, expand out into the galaxy, like, our race would have to have a lot more unification, you know? Like, there's absolutely no way that we are going to expand out into, you know, the galaxy as a whole until we can come together and actually like work with each other. You know? As long as the United States of America, which I mentioned just because that's where I live, like, as you know, as long as the U.S. is like, oh, we're the U.S., you know, like, we'll never unify with Egypt if we're so concerned about, you know, we are the U.S. and we will be the U.S. and, you know, we are the United States of America and this land is our land and nobody else is allowed to have this land. If you want this land, you'll have to take it back from us. And, you know, as the U.S. promptly forgets that we wouldn't even exist if tyrants and horrible people hadn't stolen the land from others. You know, the Native American people. You know? And I think about that sometimes, like, freaking, we came, you know, our people, the people that made up the United States, you know, that created the United States. Like, our people came here because of, like, tyranny. And yet, like, that didn't matter. Like, we came here to fight to escape tyranny. And then we met people that already lived here and just went tyrannical on them. You know? We stole their land, conquered their people. You know, because we viewed them as being savages. Remember. Like, even when we were the most, you know, like, radical, you know, the most, like, we want to change the world, we still could not escape the fact that we just wanted to freaking have our own, you know? It's like, did we really want to, like, change the world and, like, escape oppression? Or did we just dislike the oppression that we were facing because we thought we deserved better? And that we were better than them, you know? Like, how much of change, how much of, like, you know, how much of advancement in the world has really only ever actually been because somebody thought, like, well, yeah, they do this, but, like, I'm better than that. You know? I don't know if I'm making sense. I know what I'm trying to say in my head, but I can't, like, get those words out. It's always been my problem. And I don't know if it's like just my autism or if it's something else, but I know what I'm trying to say in my head. I can like tell you, like I can view it in my head without words, but I can't turn that like vision into words is the problem. So, well, yeah, and I wonder, like, if anybody just had the thought of, like, well, you know, if it's not words, then what is it? And it's not even images. You know, I have aphantasia, so I don't even, like, see, like, images in my head. It's more just, like, I don't know, it's just a thing. It's just a thing, and, you know, it's like, do you ever, like, know a word and you know how to use that word in, like, a sentence, and it's like part of your normal vocabulary, but then the moment somebody asks you, well, what does that mean? You immediately suddenly realize, like, I don't actually know. It's that. You know, it's that for me. It's like, I know the thing. You know, I know the thing. It's in my head. It's there. You know. But if I actually have to, like, vocalize it, I don't know how to even begin to do that. You know? I see a chicken. Probably wouldn't hurt to create some kind of pen for a couple of animals. That might at least allow me to, like, begin getting, like, food for, like, for the animals. Like, here's an example, though, of what I mean. You know, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, and in Final Fantasy XIV, they use a lot of, like, older English, stuff like saying, you know, it is their wont, they are wont to do. But, ooh, sorry, that was, like, really loud for some reason. But, like, I think about that sometimes, and I'm like, you know, such is my wont. You know, I am wont to do this thing. You know, or like if you've ever watched my actual, like, streams, when somebody follows, it'll come up and say, like, you know, such and such has deigned to follow. Like, what does that even mean? Like, I know what it means. I did look it up beforehand. But, like, prior to that, like, I knew how to use the word. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I know what the word actually means, you know? It's like, yes, I deigned to do this task. And it's like, but what does it mean to deign to do something, you know? And I did look it up. It's something like you do the thing out of like spite. Or like, you know, I'm gonna do the thing, but I really, don't want to. I think that this is kind of really dumb that I have to do this. That's what that's what it means to deign to do something. It's like you deigned to do. That's basically what that means. There is, I think, an ocean monument over there. So that's interesting. I wanted to actually go over there and get some of that bamboo. Get it started growing. I just paused for long enough to grab some kelp. Though, really, I don't know. I mean, I guess it can be used as food, but I don't know that, like, we really need kelp particularly. Oh god, it's almost nighttime. I didn't realize how much time had passed. That's good. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Almost 3 stacks. That is good. Oh god. It's getting nighttime again. It's a good thing that we do have the freaking, underground shelter there. Because I don't know how long we would survive if I hadn't, started there. Because we don't have any place to actually, like, sleep or anything. We don't have a house of any kind. But it's fine. We'll get there eventually, I'm sure. I have 2 string. So let's take that. And let's get some scaffolding going here. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Do I have any oak saplings? Yes. Here they are. Now let's just get some stuff out of our inventory. And we can plant some trees so that we can get some growth going. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I used up all my torches, didn't I? Actually. Because I have a random tree there. Did I place that? I don't remember placing that one. God, I probably just placed that too. I'm already like, did I place that one? Like, I do, like, worry about my, like, memory sometimes. You know? Because, like, I don't know, there's just times where I'm just like, I do a thing, and then, like, 2 seconds later, I've already forgotten that I did it, you know? And I'm just like, how? How do I manage to just forget that fast? Like, that's so ridiculous. You know? Oops. I only had 9. It's fine, though. We are good. We got a lot of crap in here, don't we? Let me take these oak logs out. We'll turn them into planks. Because that'll give us some stuff. One, I'm going to need more storage, very clearly. Here. That creates an entire slot. The composter. Is it slabs? Yes. I don't need this many seeds. Like, even when I create a farm, I'm only gonna need, like, slightly over a stack of seeds. You know? So, like, I don't need, like, 5 stacks of seeds. And this lets me get some bone meal, too. So, yeah. I've got, what, 53 and then 64. I probably only need, like, 64 and 16 in the way of seeds. Not to mention, I mean, if we really have concern with seeds, like, I can always just get more seeds. So, I don't think I actually made any more space because I put the bone meal and the slabs in here. So that's unfortunate. I could make some torches. I mean, it wouldn't really help all that much with, you know, getting extra, like, space, but just put those down. Good. Hi. Still no potato drops from the zombies. Carrots would also be welcome, but I would rather potatoes. And freaking, why can't you compost rotten flesh? Like, I don't get that. It seems like the perfect thing to use as compost, you know? Like, you're not like you're gonna use it for anything else. Alright. Well, not much more we can do at the moment. Like if we want to build like a house, we're gonna need more wood. So that means, you know, waiting for the trees to grow. So, which a couple of them did. That one did. Jungle tree over there. So that's nice. Won't lie though, I really am missing Tree Capitator. Again, the problem is that I really want this to be more of a long, you know, like a forever world, as IBX Toy Cat says. You know, I want this to be a long-lived world. I don't want it to be something that yeah, if I was gonna do mods and be like, you know, okay, well, this is a series for a little bit, and then we're gonna move on. I would like make a mod pack, you know. I wouldn't just add like 2 or 3 mods. You know, I haven't, and that's the thing, and maybe that's sort of my problem. I haven't really played a lot of like pre-made packs lately. Once I got into like making my own packs, the frick. I think scaffolding might work different in Java. Or in Bedrock, rather. Because I swear jumping like that let me place the scaffolding underneath me in Bedrock. And if so, that's really annoying. Maybe I remember that I like really disliked scaffolding and the way it placed. But then like as I was playing Bedrock, I was like, I don't know, it doesn't seem that bad anymore. Like it doesn't seem that bad. I wonder what I was like always complaining about. I wonder if I was complaining about Java scaffolding. Like I can actually see like that there could legitimately be a difference here between the two. And if so, then now things make a little more sense of what I was always so annoyed at with scaffolding. I love it when trees grow right after I freaking, like, chop one down. It's like, yes! It's like, nice! I get to just knock down another tree. I just wish leaves would decay faster. They decay so slowly. You know? Like, that's it. That's the whole thing. I just wish that they decayed faster. They decay so slowly. I'm just gonna make another double chest. And then we can put this stuff in there. That should be good. For now, at least. Alright, well, I think for now... here, actually, before I go get too into, like, you know, finishing off here. Let's make a hoe and a bucket. And I mean, our current, like, method of food is melons, and we're kind of running low on melons. So it might not be a bad idea to come and get, like, the basics of a melon farm before I get much further into anything. So why don't we do that? Also, I realize I put that too close to the edge. I'll have to fix that. But it's fine for now. Grab there, blang. Grab there, blang. Cool. Put torch there. Torches would be good. Ow! Frick. Because if I put a block down on each of the sides there, it'll prevent the melons from growing that way. Oh wait. What am I doing? I could just make torches. I didn't need to come all the way down here for torches. Now, I don't think that I'm going to like play this entirely like only on, you know, recording. I'm probably gonna do some minor work. Like off camera. Maybe do some more mining, something like that. So, you know, if we come back and I've done, you know, a bit of stuff, like I've done a lot of tree farming or things like that, you know, don't be too surprised. Just because, you know, it'd be easier Like, I don't have to worry as much about being entertaining, you know? And so I can just freaking, you know, do the things that I want to do. Like in Bedrock, when I did the flattening. Like, and I did pretty much all of that off camera. Because it just, you know, was a lot. There was so much that I was doing with that. And, like, I literally spent, like, 10 plus hours on the flattening, you know, there in Bedrock. With the original series. The one that I had to stop because some of the add-ons broke. Like, I did a lot. I literally spent, like, I spent entire days performing the flattening. I mean, when I say days, I don't mean, you know, 24-hour days. I mean, like, you know, I spent 6 hours here, 7 hours there, you know, that kind of thing. But still, I did, you know, spend, like, if I had done them in episodes, it would have been like 20 episodes of literally nothing but freaking mining. So don't be too surprised if I do, you know, some clearing of the area around here. You know, maybe some AFK, you know, farm growth or something to that effect as well. Just so that we can get, you know, just so that we can get, like, the farm growing and, things, you know, things like that. I'm trying to speak. But all I do is just freaking bumble. And I feel like I don't get anywhere with the words I'm actually trying to say. There's a train going by. I didn't even know we had a train anywhere near where we live. Like, I mean, there is, but I didn't know that, like, the train was still, like, active. Like, 'cause I've never heard it. I've never seen it. Like, I legitimately thought that the train, like, 'cause there's train tracks. You know, right up in the city. Just, like, 2 minutes from where we live. But, like, I've never seen the train active. I've never heard it run. So I guess I just kind of always assumed that they were just, like, old tracks. That, like, you know, there's train tracks, but there's no actual train that goes over those tracks anymore. But no, there's literally a train. Like, literally right now. Going through town. Maybe it only goes through at, like, certain days and certain times. That would certainly explain a few things. Because, like, first off, you know, I'm usually asleep during the day. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, the train goes through, like, it's during the morning, you know, because it's what, almost 12. So, that said, I do actually need to get going for a little bit. Like, regardless of whether I want to end now or not, I actually do kind of need to get going for a little while. So I think we will build the beginnings of a farm. And then we'll end off there. So there. Exactly the full farm size. And I'll, you know, have to put torches and stuff around, obviously, but don't worry about that later. So, huh. Is it really is it really 15? 1 stack and 15. That's kind of wild to me. Because remember, I had a stack and 16 in my inventory. Also, this is a new track. Like, I've never heard this particular music piece play before in Minecraft. This must be a new one. I know that they have added new music lately, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was new. I just think it's neat. I hadn't heard that one before. Minecraft has some good music, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it really does. Get wrecked. Jeezum. I don't know. Not to be too controversial, but a lot of people dislike this combat. I don't know. I don't. That's it. Like, that's the whole statement. I just know that that's plenty controversial. I don't. Like, I like it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything else to say on that. So yeah. I hope you've all enjoyed. This has been the beginning of the... I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I was gonna say Serene Adventures, but I think I actually used that name already. So, like, I think I legitimately used that name for the other... Because, you know, the other series was also going to be a long-term survival world. So I think I was just like, you know what? This is just going to be Serene Adventures. This is my long-term survival world. And now, like, I'm on Java now. And this is now my current plan for long-term survival. I don't know. We'll see. Well, either way, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe and all that. And I think I'm gonna start cutting out the like big long-winded outro. Like it's, I don't know, it feels really pointless. So yeah, I guess with that, I'll see you all next time. I mean, unless like you guys actually like enjoy the long-winded outro, it just seems like it's really freaking long-winded and kind of pointless and kind of obnoxious. And